This is live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk. This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube, and this is Sports Funnel Saturday Edition. I'm Harry Von Stuttgart, and as always, this broadcast is sponsored in part by the L2C Media Network. Now, with all the details that make the headlines in the world of sports go round and round, here's our host, Steve, the Baxman Baxley. All right, thank you very much, Harry, and good buddy. And once again, I am off center. There you go. How you doing, everybody? Steve, the Baxman Baxley, with you. Congratulations. There we go. We got a lot to do, and yes, friends, week 1 preseason football continues with a Super Saturday slate of football games that we got the scores for. But speaking of scores, we also got a no-hitter. And did Miggy do it? Did Miggy get number 500? Well, we got possibly a 45-minute show to tell you about it. Right now, we bring you the scoreboard. And the scoreboard, as always, is brought to you by our good friends at Caesars Sportsbook, formerly William Hill Sportsbook. And their motto is, we are all Caesar. Okay, let us partake.
It is hot out here, but I love what I'm wearing. So lightweight.
This commercial is blocking our way of doing the sportscast. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the games that are still going on as we speak, and there's 3 of them. So without further ado, let's go to it. And of course, our first game, the Colorado Rockies at the end of 7 lead the San Francisco Giants 3-1. 6th inning, the Houston Astros lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 8-2. And in the 5th inning, it is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners tied at 2. And those are the games that are continuing as we speak. Let's get to the final scores. And in 10 innings, the New York Yankees beat the Chicago White Sox by a score of 7-5. 7-10-0 for the Yankees, 5-13-0 for the White Sox. Green got the win for the Yankees. He's 6-5. Hendricks gets the loss at 7-2, and Abreu gets the save. That's his first, but on the board here it says that don't count. That's like a 0. Okay, we're gonna just continue. Okay. We're going to continue this right now and just keep going. Pittsburgh Pirates slam danced the Milwaukee Brewers 14-4, 14-19-1 for the Pirates, 4-7-0 for the Brewers. Shreve gets a win for the Pirates. He's 1-0. Anderson gets the loss. He's 4-6 for the Brews. Philadelphia Phillies over the Cincinnati Reds 6-1, 6-8-0 for the Phils, 1-3-1 for the Reds. More. How do you like it? How do you like it? Well, Moore does love it. He got the win for the Phils. He's 2-3. Castillo gets the loss for the Reds. He's 6-12. Boston Red Sox mollywopped the Baltimore Orioles by a score of 16-2, 16-17-0 for the Red Sox, 2-8-0 for the Orioles. Sale was a pretty good buy. He got his first win of the season for the Red Sox. He's 1-0. Meanwhile, Lopez, we're not talking J-Lo. We're talking somebody else, got the low O of a loss. He is 3-13. The Atlanta Braves beat the Washington Nationals by a score of 12-2, 12-14-1 for the Braves, 2-6-0 for the Nationals. Fried gets the big win. He's 10-7. Corbin gets lost. He's 6-12 for the Nationals. Miami Marlins, they just know how to win. The Chicago Cubs know how to choke. Cubbies lose a heartbreaker to the Marlins, 5-4, 5-7-0 for the Marlins, 4-7-4 for the Cubbies. Florio gets the win for the Marlins. He's 4-4. Hewer gets a loss for the Cubs. He's 4-2. And Bender got his third save of the season for the Marlins. Detroit Tigers beat up on the Cleveland Indians 6-4, 6-9-0 for the Tigers, 4-8-0 for the Indians. And the big question of all questions, did Miguel Cabrera get his 500th home run? The answer to that is no, but he did get hit by the Cleveland pitcher of record. But Fulmer gets the win for Detroit. He's 5-4. Shaw gets a loss by the Indians. He's 5-6. And Soto with his 15th save of the season. Let's see. Oh, yeah, in the first game of the doubleheader between the Brewers and the Pirates, Brewers beat the Pirates again 6-0. 6-12-1 for the Brews, 0-4-1 for the Pirates. Boxberger gets the win for the Brews. He's 5-3. Keller gets the loss for the Pirates. He's 3-10. Oakland Athletics beat the Texas Rangers 8-3, 8-11-0 for the Athletics, 3-10-1 for the Rangers. Chafin gets the win. He's 1-2. Lyles gets a loss. He's 5-10 for the Rangers. 10 innings took, and it was a cheesy win, but a win nonetheless for the defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. They took out the New York Mets 2-1, 2-4-0 for Dodgers, 1-4-0 for the Mets. Bickford for Dodgers gets the win. He's 2-1. Diaz gets the loss for the Mets. He's 0-2. And Knebel gets his third save for the Dodgers. St. Louis Cardinals overtook the Kansas City Royals 9-4, 9-12-0 for the Cardinals, 4-12-1 for the Royals. Lester gets the big win. He's 4-6. Keller gets the loss. He's 7-12. Minnesota Twins blanked the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 12-0, 12-16-0 for the Twins, 0-3-0 for the Rays. Arizona Diamondbacks did something incredible. That's right. Tyler Gilbert threw a no-hitter in his first career start, helping the Diamondbacks beat the Padres 7-0, 7-15-0 for Diamondbacks, 0-0-0. The Padres, in other words, a perfect game. Huzzah. Truly a perfect game. And am I tilting a little bit? Let's see. There we go. Okay, there. So, okay. So there you go. Diamondbacks, after all, this season has been a complete disaster for them. Finally, they've got something good to share, and that is, of course, a no-hitter. Not only that, but a very perfect game. So congratulations to the Diamondbacks. And on Sunday, we will update you on the standings in Major League Baseball right now. Let's go from baseball to baseball, minor leagues, and then give you some news as well. So right now, let's take you to the scoreboard, AAA right now. And we got some games that are still going on as we speak. The bottom of the eighth, Sacramento leads Salt Lake 8-4. In the top of the seventh, Reno over El Paso 7-3. Bottom of the fourth, it's Tacoma 4, Las Vegas 2. Final scores: Rochester over Buffalo 4-0, 4-7-0 for Rochester, 0-5-1 for Buffalo. Syracuse over Worcester 5-4, 5-8-1 for the Qs, 4-5-0 for Worcester. Columbus over Toledo 4-2, 4-7-0 for Columbus, 2-2-0 for Toledo. That was in game two. Game one, Columbus took it to Toledo again, 4-1, 4-7-1 for Columbus, 1-4-0 for Toledo. Let's keep going. Scranton Wilkes-Barre defeated Lehigh Valley in 10 innings, 6-5, 6-5-1 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 5-10-1 for Lehigh Valley. Durham over Gwinnett, 8-1, 8-10-0 for Durham, 1-7-2 for Gwinnett. Louisville in 10 innings beat Nashville by a score of 7-6, 7-13-1 for Louisville, 6-7-0 for Nashville. Albuquerque, the Isotopes over Sugarland, 4-3, 4-5-0 for Albuquerque, 3-8-3 for Sugarland. Indianapolis over St. Paul, 7-4, 7-6-0 for Indianapolis, 4-7-2 for St. Paul. Round Rock defeated Oklahoma City, 7-3, 7-10-0 for Round Rock, 3-4-3 for Oklahoma City. Omaha defeated Iowa by a score of 6-2, 6-9-2 for Omaha, and 2-7-0 for Iowa. Memphis and Norfolk, well, they got a make-up date for August 15th, which just happens to be tomorrow, as rain postponed their game. Let's go now from triple to double A and give you the whole enchilada. Okay, final scores. Akron and Reading did double dip and split it, with Akron winning the first game 1-0, 1-5-1 for Akron, 0-4-1 for Reading, and Reading taking the nightcap 7-4, 7-9-0 for Reading, 4-7-2 for Akron. Bowie over Richmond, 10-9, 10-15-0 for Bowie, and 9-10-0 for Richmond. That was the second game. First game, Richmond beat Bowie 10-1, 10-10-0 for Richmond, 1-2-0 for Bowie. Northwest Arkansas over Frisco, 1-0, 1-3-1 for Arkansas, 0-5-1 for Frisco. That was game two. Game one, Arkansas beat Frisco again, this time 10-0. 10-8-0 for Northwest Arkansas, and 0-2-3 for let's see, 10-10-0 Richmond. No. It's gotta be no. Then where is it? Okay. 10-0, 10-8-0 for Northwest Arkansas, 0-2-3 for Frisco. All right, we found it. Harrisburg over New Hampshire, 7-6, 7-14-5 for Harrisburg, 6-7-0 for New Hampshire. Binghamton over Hartford, 4-1, 4-7-1 for Binghamton, 1-3-1 for Hartford. In 5 innings, and yeah, it only took 5 innings. Rocket City defeated Tennessee 4-2, 4-5-1 for Rocket City, 2-2-0 for Tennessee. Montgomery, the Biscuits rose again. They beat Pensacola 7-2, 7-9-0 for Montgomery, 2-5-2 for Pensacola. Mississippi over Biloxi, 4-0, 4-6-1 for Mississippi, 0-4-0 for Biloxi. Somerset over Portland, 6-2, 6-11-1 for Somerset, 2-8-0 for Portland. Erie over Altoona, 14-1, 14-15-0 for Erie, 1-3-3 for Altoona. Arkansas over Springfield, 6-3 final score. Arkansas 6-8-1, Springfield 3-6-0. In 10 innings, San Antonio over Midland, 7-4, 7-12-0 for San Antonio, 4-6-1 for Midland. Tulsa over Wichita, 5-2, 5-7-1 for Tulsa, 2-6-0 for Wichita. Corpus Christi laid a double on Amarillo, 12-6, 12-12-0 for Corpus Christi, 6-12-0 for Amarillo. Chattanooga and Birmingham tied at the top of the 7th before rains came and caused a little suspension of the game, so it'll be picked up in the bottom of the 7th. Still tied 4-4. And there we go. Let's go from double A to high A. Top of the 6th inning, Spokane over Tri-Cities, 2-0. Spokane over Tri-Cities in the top of the 6th, 2-0. Eugene over Hillsboro, top of the 7th, 3-2. Bottom of the 5th, it's Vancouver 9, Everett 2. What final scores? We got them. Would you like them? I'm glad you do. West Michigan over Lake County in the second game of a twilight double dip. West Michigan beat Lake County 2-0, 2-2-0 for West Michigan, 0-4-0 for Lake County. In the first game, Lake County took West Michigan 4-3, 4-8-1 for Lake County, 3-6-0 for West Michigan. Wilmington beat Brooklyn 1-0, 1-4-1 for Wilmington, 0-2-2 for Brooklyn. In 12 innings, the Jersey Shore defeated Hudson Valley by a score of 2-0, 2-6-1 for Jersey Shore, 0-1-2 for Hudson Valley. Asheville over Aberdeen, 9-1, 9-9-2 for Asheville, 1-8-1 for Aberdeen. Fort Wayne over South Bend, 6-3, 6-6-2 for Fort Wayne, 3-5-2 for South Bend. The Dayton Dragons took care of the Lansing Lugnuts, 11-4, 11-16-1 for Dayton, 4-9-0 for Lansing. Beloit over Quad Cities, 9-1, 9-17-1 for Beloit, 1-5-2 for the Quad. Bowling Green over Greenville in 10, 4-3, 4-6-0 for Bowling Green, 3-5-2 for Greenville. Great Lakes a whopper over Wisconsin, 13-2, 13-16-0 for Great Lakes, 2-5-1 for Wisconsin. Peoria over Cedar Rapids, 7-3, 7-13-0 for Peoria, 3-6-3 for Cedar Rapids. Rome and Hickory didn't even get started. The game was suspended after the top of the first with scoreless game, zip to zip. It'll be completed tomorrow. Greensboro, Winston-Salem also got a makeup day on the 15th as rain sort of drowned that one. Okay, let's go to low A and say that in the top of the sixth inning, it's Visalia over Lake Elsinore, 8-5. In bottom of the eighth, Fresno over Stockton, 4-1. This game just got started, and before you know it, Rancho Cucamonga leads the Inland Empire by a score of 1-0. Tampa over Clearwater, 4-3, 4-3-1 for Tampa, 3-11-1 for Clearwater. That's a final, another final, but this time in 10 innings. Bradenton over Fort Myer, 2-1, 2-5-0 for Bradenton, 1-6-1 for Fort Myer. Lakeland over Palm Beach, 7-3, 7-8-0 for Lakeland, 3-10-0 for Palm Beach. Dunedin got, let's try that again. Dunedin got through St. Lucie by a score 5-2, 5-6-0 for Dunedin, 2-4-0 for St. Lucie in the second game. In the first game, Dunedin was the winner of that one. 5-3 was the final score, 5-5-0 for Dunedin, 3-7-3 for St. Lucie. Fredericksburg over Salem, 12-0. In the second game, 12-5-1 for Fredericksburg. Goose eggs and 2 errors. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for Salem. In the first game, Salem overtook Fredericksburg 5-3, 5-9-0 for Salem, 3-6-2 for Fredericksburg. Myrtle Beach over Charleston, 6-4, 6-8-0 for Myrtle Beach, 4-5-1 for Charleston. Augusta over Kannapolis, 8-2, 8-16-2 for Augusta, 2-4-2 for Kannapolis. Final in 8 innings, Lakeland over Palm Beach, 3-1, 3-4-2 for Lakeland, 1-7-3 for Palm Beach. Lynchburg over Delmarva, 6-1, 6-7-0 for Lynchburg, 1-5-0 for Delmarva. Columbia over Fayetteville, 8-5, 8-9-1 for Columbia, 5-10-1 for Fayetteville. In the first game of the doubleheader between Rancho Cucamonga and Inland Empire, Rancho Cucamonga beat Inland Empire 7-4, 7-13-0 for Rancho Cucamonga, 4-6-1 for the Inland Empire. Modesto over San Jose, 5-4, 5-9-0 for Modesto, 4-9-2 for San Jose. Jupiter and Daytona tried to get it all in, but Jupiter leads Daytona 1-0. Game was suspended in the bottom of the fourth inning. Daytona was up, has 1 out, and a man on third to be completed tomorrow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, is your baseball scoreboard. And again, all of our scores on the scoreboard are presented by Caesar Sportsbook. We are Caesar. Okay, let's get to some sports headlines for you, and we do so with major debut. We had some great debuts on a Super Saturday of NFL preseason football, and the first one was, of course, Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. And Trevor Lawrence, so far, mostly so good. The Jaguars kicked off their 2021 preseason on Saturday night, and they finally unveiled the number one pick, heralded quarterback prospect Trevor Lawrence. In the process, during their 23-13 loss to the Browns, though Coach Urban Meyer has insisted Lawrence isn't guaranteed the team's starting job for Week 1, he was first up in the rotation against the Browns, and he showed a good deal of promise after a bumpy start, especially considering he suited up for just 2 series in total. Lawrence's very first snap was his worst. After feeling pressure up front, the former Clemson star waited and waited and waited for a passing lane, only to be swallowed up for a sack, briefly losing before recovering it. Things pretty much settled for a rookie after that, as Lawrence hung in the pocket to deliver a 10-yard first down strike on 3rd and long, then wowed the crowd with a 35-yard downfield shot to Marvin Jones Jr. on Jacksonville's second possession. Why are we sticking? There we go. Gotta love it. All right. Critics will rightfully note that even on Lawrence's big play, the quarterback probably waited to get rid of the ball. But, and this is a huge but, those kinds of decisions can be sharpened. Lawrence showing off his ability to stand tall in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and deliver a perfect ball to Jones should have kept Jaguar fans excited what lies ahead. Now, the rookie didn't return to the field for a third series, ending his debut without scoring any drives and then giving way to number 2, Gardner Minshew. But that's likely in part because the Jags want to preserve his health for the regular season. He finished 6 of 9 for 71 yards and a 90.5 passer rating. He and Jacksonville returned to the field August 23rd in New Orleans for the second preseason matchup. That should be fun. Now, in other Saturday football scorages, trust me, we do have scorages. Sure, we got scorages. And now let's give you a couple of the games of interest. In the fourth quarter, 3:14 remaining, Seahawks losing to the Raiders 20-7. And with 7:37 left in the third, it is still a tie ball game between the Rams and Chargers. They're at 6-6. All right, we continue on. Chicago Bears beat the Miami Dolphins 20-13. Broncos over the Vikings 33-6. As we mentioned earlier, the Browns beat the Jaguars 23-13. Ravens over the Saints 17-14. Bengals over the Buccaneers, the Super Bowl defending champion Buccaneers 19-14. Jets over the Giants 12-7. Texans over the Packers, 26-7. And the Kansas City Chiefs over the San Francisco 49ers, 19-6. Of course, Sunday is the fun day. Panthers take on the Indianapolis Colts. And forsooth and for fifth, that was your fun day of football. And you're probably saying, aren't you going to do Monday Night Quarterback? No, this is preseason. Those games don't count. So there you go. Anyway, we keep going with another good old NFL report. and it just happens to be the Battle of New York. Saturday night brought the anticipated debuts of several rookie quarterbacks. Among the first rounders, getting the first taste of live NFL action, Zach Wilson, drafted number 2 overall by the Jets and set to open 2021 as the starter. While the former BYU standout didn't necessarily enter with the drama of Trevor Lawrence's competition in Jacksonville or finish with the playmaking pizzazz of fellow top pick Trey Lance, well, he looked strong despite a smaller, quieter role during the Jets' first 2 drives of the night against the Giants. Gang Green went heavy on the ground against the Giants early on Saturday, perhaps in part to help ease Wilson and rookie Michael Carter, for example, combined for 12 carries during Wilson's only 2 series under center. But when the Jets asked their to make a throw, he did, leading a field goal drive to open his debut and put the Jets up 3-0. The 22-year-old really shined his second time on the field, showcasing first-round arm talent on a third-down laser to Corey Davis. Several times, Wilson made his arm strength very clear, also connecting with Keelan Cole and Vincent Smith. Moved the chains, had an offensive pass interference not been called on the QB's first drive. The Jets might have ended up with more than 3 points as well. All in all, Wilson finished the night 6 of 9 for 63 yards, but a mild start by passing the eye test. After playing the Giants, the Jets will resume their preseason August 21st against the Packers. That's right. That's going to be fun. Boom. That is going to be fun. Yes, that is going to be fun. Let's see. Meanwhile, we have Melbourne versus Adelaide as round 22 of the Australian Football League continues. Very shortly. Okay, let's get going here with more of the headlines. And here's a disturbing report out of Major League Baseball, and it's more trouble for Trevor Bauer. Los Angeles Dodger pitching ace, now troubled pitcher Trevor Bauer, is currently on paid administrative leave as Major League Baseball investigates allegations of sexual assault made by a woman in June. Meanwhile, police in Pasadena are investigating the allegations separately. The woman obtained a protection order against Bauer, and a restraining order hearing is set to begin Monday, August 16th. Now, on Saturday, Washington Post reporters Molly Hensley Clancy and Gus Garcia Roberts reported Bauer was the subject of a separate protection order sought by a different woman. In Ohio last year, the woman alleged Bauer threatened her physically and also threatened to disseminate video of the two engaged in a sex act to a member of the woman's family. The allegations that Bauer choked and punched the woman during sex without her consent are similar to the most recent allegations made against Bauer in California. Now, Bauer and his representatives have called the most recent allegations in California, quote, categorically false, end quotes, and questioned the validity of the photographs of the woman's injuries. In a statement released on social media Saturday, Bauer accused the Washington Post of creating a false narrative and said the woman in Ohio was attempting to escort money. Bauer also released a former statement from his representatives which says the Ohio woman, quote, resorted to threats and filed a bogus protection petition as a ruse to demand millions of dollars, end quote, after he refused to continue their relationship. The Dodgers declined to comment when asked by the Washington Post whether they were aware of the allegations made against Bauer in Ohio prior to signing him this past offseason. Los Angeles signed Bauer to a 3-year, $102 million contract with multiple opt-outs. Under the joint domestic violence policy, the Dodgers cannot release Bauer until the investigation is complete and he serves any discipline. If the team does release him, they would still owe him the balance of his contract. Now, baseball's domestic violence policy was implemented in 2016, and 13 players have since been disciplined, with suspensions ranging from 14 to 162 games. Major League Baseball typically waits until the legal process plays out before completing its investigation. Now, in the hearing scheduled to begin Monday, an LA Superior Court judge will decide whether the temporary restraining order against Bauer should remain in effect. The 30-year-old Bauer went 8-5 with a .259 ERA in 17 starts prior to being placed on administrative leave. We continue on our merry little chase. Almost 2 years to the day since his last Major League Baseball game, Boston Red Sox ace Chris Sale made his triumphant return from Tommy John surgery on Saturday, holding the AL East rival Warriors to solo home runs by Austin Hayes and Trey Mancini in 5 innings at Fenway Park. He struck out 8 batters and walked none on 89. Let's keep going. Sale's fastball averaged a healthy 93.3 miles per hour Saturday, 93.4 average fastball in 2019. His last season prior to Tommy John surgery. Now, it's possible, if not likely, there was some first start back adrenaline in play on Saturday, but either way, it's good news. Sale topped out at 96 against the Orioles. The biggest concern following Tommy John surgery is not velocity, however, it's control. Strike throwing ability is usually the last thing to return post-elbow reconstruction, and on Saturday, Sale threw 60 of 89 pitches for strikes, or 67.4%. Between that and the velocity, there were positive signs abound. Now, going into Saturday's game, the Red Sox were 12-15 since the All-Star break and 4-10 since the trade deadline. Their starters had pitched to 5.20 ERA in the second half, and both Martin Perez and Garrett Richards were recently demoted to the bullpen. Now, the road for Tommy John surgery can be bumpy, but Sale is returning not a moment too soon for the Red Sox. Sale made his last appearance on August 13th, 2019. He dealt with a nagging elbow issue throughout that season and attempted to rehab the injury, but eventually his ulnar collateral ligament gave out, necessitating Tommy John surgery last spring training. In 5 minor league rehab starts this year, Sale struck out 35 and allowed 3 runs in 20 innings. Now, this is the second year of a 5-year, $129.5 million extension for the Red Sox gave Sale in March 2019. He is owed $85 million from 22 to 24. And Red Sox manager Alex Cora recently admitted the team brought Sale along slowly during his rehab because he signed long-term and they didn't want to risk a setback. 32-year-old owns a 3.05 ERA with more than 11 strikeouts per 9 innings since becoming a full-time starter in 2012. He finished in the top 5 of the Cy Young voting every year from 2013 to 2018. So, not bad. We got some boxing, a little MMA to give you, so let's give you the boxing. And the grandson of Muhammad Ali didn't do too bad. Wearing the trunks of his legendary granddad, Nico Ali Walsh did not disappoint in his pro debut. Ali Walsh, grandson of all-time boxing great Muhammad Ali, stopped Jordan Weeks in less than 2 minutes in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, it didn't take long for Ali Walsh to exploit the holes in Weeks' defense. Ali Walsh used a simple attack of jabs and straight right hands to lead him to victory, though throwing the 2 strikes in a 1-2 combination drop Weeks to the canvas early in the opening round of their scheduled 4-round contest. Now, with Weeks rattled, Ali Walsh followed up with a big flurry of shots, several landing clearly before the referee was forced to jump in and call a halt to the fight at the minute 49 mark of round 1. Thrilling the Tulsa crowd, which included his godfather, hip-hop artist Flavor Flav. So there you go on that one. Let me just boop. And do we have MMA? Do we have MMA? Yes, we do. We forgot to do this last night, so we're going to do it tonight. So here we go. Bellator 264 took place. And we have the recap for you of all the action that did take place. So let's go to it. Okay, do we have the do we have oh yeah, let's get the recap. There we go. We're getting there. All right. Let's never mind. Okay. Do we get everything here? No, we don't. Okay. Well, we're supposed to do all this. We got 266. We don't need 266. Where's the report, boys and girls? Okay, so let's just. I thought we had something here. Okay. Well, it's 266, so this would be 265, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's see. Do we have any of the standings? Like, for example, maybe the 13th. Do we have Bellator 264? Let's just find out. Okay. There we go. Oops. All you gotta do is just this, that, boom, boom, bam. Okay, here are the results from Bellator 264. Gregor Moussaoui defeated John Salter via TKO punches, 207 in round 3. Andrei Korshkov defeated Sabai Homasa via unanimous decision. Rafian Slots defeated Magomedov via unanimous decision. Davion Franklin did Everett Cummings via knockout at 21 seconds of round 1. And Khadisi Bestev defeated Ty Werder via unanimous decision. The prelim card, Pam Sorensen defeated Roberta Samad via split decision. Jeffrey Glossner defeated Sebastian Ruiz via unanimous decision. And defeated Orlando Mendoza via TKO at 3:57 of round 3. That was not bad, was it now? Are we okay? Yes, we are. All right. Let's go from that and get you the some boxing. Boxing results from a big old event in Texas that DAZN and a few other folks did. So let's give you all the results that took place. Virgil Ortiz defeated Egdidius Kavaliauskas via 8th round TKO. Joshua Franco defeated Andrew Maloney to maintain his WBA Super Flyweight Championship. Gary Antonio Russell defeated Emmanuel Rodriguez in a no decision, clash of heads. And John Real Casimiro defeated Guillermo Rigadu via split decision. There you go. Huzzah. All right, let's take it one at a time here. Wow. Got a little twinge here, but I'll be okay. Thank you. Okay. Let's get you to the scores and fixtures of soccer. Premier League action. Manchester United beat Leeds United 5-1. Brighton and Hove Albion defeated Burnley 2-1. Chelsea defeated Crystal Palace 3-0. Everton over Southampton 3-1. Leicester City over Wolverhampton Wanderers 1-0. Watford Aston Villa 3-2. Liverpool over Norwich City 3-0. In Scottish League football action, Dundee United and Ayr United ended in a 1-1 tie, but Dundee United wins on penalties 4-3. Dundee, in general, defeated Motherwell 1-0. Livingston and St. Mirren took it to a 1-1 tie, but Livingston won on penalty kicks 4-3. Let me go back there. Thank you. In Championship Soccer, Swansea City and Sheffield United scoreless. West Bromwich Albion defeated Luton Town 3-2. Reading defeated Preston North End 2-1. Bournemouth over Nottingham Forest 2-1. Blackburn Rovers and Millwall tied at 1. Middlesbrough over Bristol City 2-1. Queen's Park Rangers over Hull City 3-0. Fulham over Huddersfield Town 5-1. Cardiff City over Blackpool 2-0. Stoke City and Birmingham City tied at 0. Barnsley over Coventry City 1-0. Peterborough United over Derby County 2-1. In League One action, it was Wigan Athletic over Rotherham United 1-0. Sheffield Wednesday over Doncaster Rovers 2-0. Same score. Portsmouth over Crewe Alexandra 2-0. Plymouth Argyle over Gillingham 1-0. Oxford United over Charlton Athletic 2-1. Morecambe was wise to beat Shrewsbury Town 2-0. Sunderland over Milton Keynes Dons 2-1. Lincoln City a 2-1 winner over Fleetwood Town. Wycombe Wanderers a 3-1 winner over Cheltenham Town. Burton Albion a 2-1 winner over Ipswich Town. Wimbledon and Bolton Wanderers tied at 3. Accrington Stanley over Cambridge United 2-1. And we'll give you all the rest of these because these are too long and our time grows short. So we'll give you the rest of these on our bonus show, our little own footy show tomorrow, because there was a lot of football going on tonight. Okay, not much on the media tonight, so we're going to hit you with some okay, let's go to the World Cup qualifications, first round. In basketball, Sweden over Luxembourg 129-76. North Macedonia over Slovakia 69-47. Montenegro over Denmark 79-68. In Japanese baseball, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks defeated the Nippon Ham Fighters 2-0. Higashihama got the win for the Hawks. He's 3-2. Uwasawa gets lost. He's 6-5. Neil Murray Giants beat the Chunichi Dragons 6-1. Mercedes gets the win for the Giants. He's 6-1. Rodriguez suffers the defeat. He's 0-2 for the Dragons. Cibalati Marines over the York Buffaloes 4-2. Mima gets the win for the Marines. He's 4-4. Tajima gets the loss for the Buffaloes. He's 5-6. Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Cebu Lions 7-6. Sakai gets the win. He's 3-1 for Rakuten. And Masuda gets the loss for the Lions. He's 0-3. Hanshin Tigers over the Hiroshima Carp 9-3. Niho gets the win. He's 1-1. Curry gets the loss for the Carp 7-6. Yokohama Bay Stars and Yakut Swallows were postponed due to rain. In the second inning, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Nippon Ham Fighters are scoreless. Okay, in South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, Kia Tigers and the SSG Landers tied at 2. Lottie Giants over the LG Twins 4-3. KT Wiswang 8-4 winners over Samsung Lions. Kiwoom Heroes over the Doosan Bears 5-1. And Hanwha Eagles and the NC Dinos ended in a 9-9 tie. And that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. And I'm okay. I'm just got a little bit of a stomach pain, but I'll be okay. So we're going to end it here. Steve the Baxman Baxley saying thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you hopefully midnight tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.